Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Watson on 3rd down. Finding fouls complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Let's go. Mike, out, go.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get him for a loss of about 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To throw is Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Anthony Sherman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, that one's hard to believe. Not something you see every day. A very long run for the big guy.
Normally we see his counterpart, right? The scat back, the guy with the so-called speed. But we saw a little bit of everything there, didn't we? The big, powerful man with the football. He can also stretch it out a little bit in the open field.
It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape with him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight shot.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
They're scared.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On third and long, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yellow. On the line. Check 41. All you get on the head. 57. 43. 43.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. I got one. Yellow. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Joseph will get the credit for the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
On third down, Johnson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh, no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And the Texans first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Now Elliott. Consecutive plays now. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Chiefs 10. Tiny Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Second and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Max 50, max 50, max 50.
Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Chiefs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Thirteen seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes, and Hill with it over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Watson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a play fake here on first down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go. 49, check 49, check 49.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now on second and 13. Watson, that is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's crashing.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Easy.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
15. Come on, baby.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yellow.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 64 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Oh, he didn't. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The extra point up and good. And now more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Start the drive with Elliott. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 52. Hey, 59.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
That's a set. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, baby. All day. Hey, 55. Mike, 53.
Now it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Back to throw. Mahomes. Forced out to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. That one good for 26 and a first down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Got three. 3 down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
4 down.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Still on his feet. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Strip that ball.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip in with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Chiefs, their strong start to the year